What's up, folks? It's the Lethal 12 here, aka Moby Bet, aka Rated M. Yo, I just saw Survivor Series and, well, it was kind of right there, kind of average. The matches were pretty, okay. I do think I've seen from the Twitter folks, from the Facebook folks, that, the match of the night was basically that first matchup, the Survivor Series matchup with the Shield and the Real Americans versus the Usos, the tag champs of Goldust and Cody Rhodes, and the returning Rey Mysterio. Saw the match, one hell of a match, man. It was almost basically a shutout at first because the good guys, the Rhodes, the Usos, Mysterio, basically ruled it, eliminated Ambrose quick. Then they eliminated Swagger and Cesaro. You know, Cesaro did his thing with a giant swing on the Usos. Ambrose was bitching with the referee, and they cost him. And basically, like, for a while, the Real Americans were doing their thing, but then they later got eliminated. It ended up being 5-on-2 with Reigns and Rollins left on the other team. And then the domination ended up happening. All because of basically one man, Roman Reigns. I tell you this, he basically took over the whole match at the end. He speared his way to a win. He was the sole survivor, literally. Eliminating, I believe he eliminated like 4 of the 5 guys. Rollins got rid of one person, but Reigns was basically the MVP of the match, and well deserved. I'm not a fan of the Shield, but after seeing that match, I'm going to tell you this, WWE, if Roman Reigns does not get a shot at this or the World Heavyweight title, then I don't know what the hell are you looking at. That man deserves to be the WWE or World Heavyweight Champion. Hands down. Bottom line. Then, that was basically the match of the night. All the other ones were, okay. Big E and Curtis Axel had a pretty good match. It was for the Intercontinental title. Axel was using his rematch clause. Big E did the thing now. Beat Curtis Axel. Still the Intercontinental champion. Now also there was the kickoff show. I didn't watch the kickoff show, but I heard that The Miz got the win over Kofi. Went to shake his hand. Kofi said no and slapped him. Some are saying this is Kofi turning heel. Some are saying it's Miz. Kofi's just getting back at The Miz. Who knows? Then there was the other Survivor Series match involving the Divas. The Total Divas versus the other WWE Divas, including the champion AJ Lee. Now, this was an okay match. I mean, it was basically dominated almost by the Total Divas. I gotta say, though, the MVP of the match, was really between, I'm kind of in a toss-up between Kaitlyn and Tamina. Because really, Kaitlyn eliminated, I think, 2 or 3 of the Divas. She should be, she's another one that should be in line for that Divas title. Same thing with Naomi, because she kind of rocked the matchup too. And what WWE, is the same thing with these Divas and what WWE are doing. The athletic people, mainly Natalya and Naomi, should be getting more shots at that Divas title. They should be headlining it, and not the Bellas. No, I got no beef against the Bellas. You know, I mean, they're beautiful and they're pretty talented. But personally, I just don't think they're much of the athletes in the Divas division, like Natalya and like Naomi. I don't understand why they're not getting the shots at the Divas title more. It's ridiculous. And then also we got tonight we saw the first time JoJo of Total Divas got involved in the match. She almost got one over Tamina, but didn't happen. The sole survivors basically were Natalya and Nikki Bella. Natalya locked the sharpshooter on AJ, made a tap, got the win for the team. What else? Ryback, as they were about to talk to the Hall of Fame panel from the kickoff, Ryback comes out and issued an open challenge. And answering the challenge was the returning Mark Henry. And we saw a lot of power. Ryback, don't take this further. Ryback is a great competitor. Like I still believe last year was his year. He should have been holding this championship last year. But it's just been a downward spiral for him. Since that year, they turned him heel. They feud him against Cena. He didn't beat Cena. And now they just fit him down the list. Made him Paul Heyman's crony. And I don't even know what's left for Ryback, honestly. I still think WWE made the biggest mistake turning him heel. He was basically the man. Now, I could see him getting a release sometime between now and WrestleMania 30. I could be wrong, but who knows. Mark Henry actually got the win on that match, by the way, when Ryback went for his knee hook clothesline. Mark Henry actually did a crossbody. No joke. He did a crossbody, leaping, knocking down Ryback, and then landed the World's Strongest Slam to get the win. Mark Henry, welcome back. It was not so great return for Ray, although he came close to winning his match, but Mark did a great job, and it was a good return for him. And then you had the world title match between Del Rio and Cena. It was a pretty good match, honestly. I thought it could have gone either way. Del Rio did his thing. Cena did his thing too. Everybody was, Cena had the hometown advantage or the home state advantage, being from the Boston area, specifically West Newbury. Del Rio almost had to win at one point with that cross arm breaker on that injured left arm, but Cena countered it, and then he defeated him with the attitude adjustment. But we saw a bunch of moves. We saw enziguris and different submission holds and different power moves. But it was Cena that got the win and held on to the world title. The tag match with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk against the Wyatt family. It was an okay match. I mean, it was really hyped up because you had two of the hottest commodities right now in the WWE. It's been Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. But personally, I kind of think the match could have been better. And I'm still upset because, Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are two, like I said, the hottest commodities now and the two top talents in the WWE. Why aren't these guys in the main event? Why isn't Daniel Bryan chasing after the WWE title? Why isn't Punk chasing after the WWE title or the World Heavyweight title? What are you thinking, WWE? Come on. But Punk and Bryan got the win successfully. Bryan hit that knee lift to Eric Rowan, while Luke Harper, when he missed that discus clothesline, got caught with the good GTS, got the win. We thought Bray Wyatt was going to end up getting involved. He tried to do it after the match, but he backed out. And then, of course, you had the main event, WWE title, Big Show, Randy Orton. No interference was allowed. And the fans got extremely bored with it. And I kind of got bored with it too. Because like I said, Big Show, they rushed Big Show in the main event again. And it's been a while. It's been a while since he's held this championship, since 2002 when he beat Brock Lesnar. I thought history was going to end up being on Big Show's side because he first won this championship in '99 against Rock and Triple H in a triple threat match. And history has been on his side when it came to Survivor Series. And at one point, he actually had to win. The ref was knocked out. Orton was shoved into referee Charles Robinson's leg, wounded him a little bit. Also, he tried to use a chair. Didn't happen. Big Show tossed him into the crowd. And then, when he was trying to bring him back into the ring, Orton went for that Hangman's DDT off the barricade. In fact, let me say this. The first time he went for it, Big Show was on that top rope. But Big Show ended up sliding off, and it became a regular DDT. And the fans just laughed at it like crazy because Randy Orton screwed up with that. But then the second time, with the barricade, it was countered, and Big Show knocked him out. But as he tried to get him back in the ring, out came the Authority. Triple H, Stephanie, and the Manchurian Kane today, aka the DOO, the Do, Kane, causing the distraction of Big Show enough so when Big Show turned around, he got nailed with an RKO. But it didn't end after that. It didn't end at that. Because then it set up this. Something we hadn't seen in a long time. Randy Orton's field goal kick. The punt to the skull. And I got him to win. But, at the end of the night, while they were celebrating, out came John Cena. Because here's what happened. Before that main event matchup, Cena was in the back talking with the Authority. Orton comes in, they kind of stare face to face. And then later, like I said, after the show happened, at the end of the show, Cena comes out, holding up his World Heavyweight title. Orton holding up the WWE title. Now there's speculations going on saying, could we see this feud happen again? Cena, Orton, and maybe a unification match to unify the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title at TLC. It's possible. But I think now, with Cena as the world champ, Orton with the WWE championship, it's the Internet Wrestling Committee's worst nightmare. Because the WWE's two poster boys are the champions again. They're the top champions again. A lot of fans are pissed off, except the typical Cena fans or the typical Orton fans. A ton of them are pissed off. And I can understand that, because I would like to see some new faces as champions. Daniel Bryan should have been back in the main event. Maybe I kind of want to see Punk in there. And then, like I said, there's a number of such talent that needs to be in main events, but the WWE is too stupid to see it. Personally, I say this. Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, I say this to you. You guys don't know talent if it fucked you in the ass. Plain and simple. You got guys like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Antonio Cesaro, among the many, who got great talent, put on quality matches, performances that never been seen before, and can out-wrestle half the frickin' roster. But you choose other guys who barely have talent to be in main events. I say this before, especially with the Shield, this is their 1 year anniversary since they debuted in the WWE on the main roster. I can see it right now. If they end up splitting up, I can see the Authority people trying to get Dean Ambrose more of a major champion than either Rollins or Reigns. Even though Dean Ambrose is the joke of the Shield. Rollins is the talented one because he's got the letter system. Seen him in Ring of Honor. He's awesome. He was the champion at the time before he left. Roman Reigns, and we saw that at Survivor Series. He can run the tables. He should be in the main event. I can definitely see him with this championship. And if you guys don't see it, I'm going to take a word from John Cena in fact. If you can't see that, then you can't see us. Peace.